Justin, I appreciate your opinion, but I don't know how many times we can say this. The N-word is not acceptable conversation.
Well, then stop making me redact it out every week.
He was just quoting you.
That was out of context. All right. I was singing a song. Those are lyrics. It's different.
Now your story's switching up.
And I was in traffic. All right.
I was about to say, you said you were in traffic.
It's just John and I today. So there's not much of a circle, but we do have drinks and sticks. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
We're about to masturbate.
It's going to be an intimate occasion. That's right. It's time for the Freedom Friends Master Debate. Solving the world's problems one weird-ass mediocre topic at a time. How this works out is our producer extraordinaire, Justin, over here, gives us a topic, and we just kind of go into it and try to debate it. It doesn't usually work out great.
It could.
Sometimes it does.
Couldn't.
But oftentimes it doesn't. And then we end up just doing shit. But apparently you got a couple today.
I do.
You got a backup.
I have one that's not a debate. It's a topic that I think is an interesting topic. Not a lot of people talk about. And the second one is more of also just a topic. So yeah, it's still a shit show, but we're rolling with it.
Let's go with it, buddy. What you got for us, pal? Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. So check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
I saw this on Reddit. It was
Here we fucking. That's the greatest way to start this. All right.
It said soldiers that knew they were about to go to war. What did you do the night before you shipped out?
Got hammered.
You got shit faced.
Oh, like a different level.
And
I have pictures of it from the barracks. I don't remember, but God, like I have pictures. Literally, we're just chugging bottles.
I fucked a lot.
Just the one night before you just fucked a lot.
I was in the barracks, and we just drank our fucking faces off. That was it.
Well, it depends. So, remember, I got 6 different aspects because I've been to combat 6 times.
Yeah.
Your first deployment.
My first deployment,
Well, when was it?
01. 01.
Okay.
Actually, I wasn't even old enough to drink yet.
Where'd you deploy to?
Afghanistan.
So were you drinking or fucking before that one?
I wasn't doing shit before that one.
Okay, so your next one,
I guess I banged out the old lady because I was married at the time, the first wife.
so your next one was probably 03.
03. Yeah. Yeah. And I was 21.
Yeah.
So that one was a little different story.
Yeah. I
That
wasn't
one,
21, but it didn't matter.
that one I got shit faced for. Yeah. That one I got shit faced for.
Mhm.
Trying to remember.
Like, so my day prior to deploying was kind of unique because I believe we started the day with our last minute layout. And then throughout the day, we practiced CQB in the barracks because they were entirely empty because everything was already packed up and locked. And then that evening, we proceeded to drink everything we could get our hands on. And I don't remember anything else besides waking up the next morning.
Yeah.
On the lawn.
That's probably similar to what we did.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because 2003, I just got divorced.
Yeah.
I'd only been divorced a couple months.
Yeah.
You know? So
It was game on.
yeah, I was back in the barracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like, let's get fucking weird, boys. Like
Yeah.
all my shit's in a Connex box. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Fuck it.
Which is hilarious because, like, why? Why did we have to unload everything
Why couldn't we just leave our shit?
to come back and then try to unfuck it? But then you get assigned a random room. It's like I could have kept the one I had.
Yeah, because
I didn't have to move anything. I
nobody
didn't do
moved into my shit while I was gone.
No one. I could have just, yeah.
Yeah, I could have locked my wall locker. It's secured. What's the problem?
No, we had doors. We had closets. Like I could have locked a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Nope. Couldn't. Had to pack it all up.
Fuck, I know. So dumb.
I was like,
So dumb.
Okay.
I remember thinking that. I was like, this is retarded.
oh, you guys make the off-post people pack up their houses? What the fuck?
You're right. Dude, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I was an advocate for the little guy because I was a sergeant living in the barracks.
Yeah.
So I was definitely an advocate because I had to deal with that shit. Now, granted, I had been much better than the Marines did because, as an E5 in the barracks, you get your own space.
Right.
You don't get roommates.
Yeah.
It's like, no, bitch, this is my house.
Yeah.
This is my fucking building if I want to.
Before
Fuck you.
before we deployed, I was an E4. And
Yeah.
when we got back, I was an E5.
Yeah.
So when we got back, I was like just crusty.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
Dude, have you ever looked at like there was like a photographer that did like before and afters?
Mhm.
That shit is
Big difference.
fucking crazy.
Big
like,
difference.
wow, we age. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you want to talk about like a 6-8 month deployment just turning 10 years on your life. You're just like,
We had just shy of a year, and it was
it's wild.
it was like 15.
It's crazy to see that, dude.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
The crazy ones are when they did them in Vietnam,
mm,
and they did because some of those boys were over there for like 2 years,
yeah.
or they would just volunteer to
Or like World War
keep
II.
going. Yeah, same thing.
They were gone for 4 fucking years.
They're gone until they got done.
Yeah, they just
They're like,
finished
that
the
was it.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, it blew my mind when I learned that you guys get R&R fucking leave.
It
In the middle
depends
of a
on-
deployment.
It depends how long the deployment is. But
Yeah.
and not everyone. It was weird.
Like, how does
How they
that
did it.
work?
Like I got it, but it was weird though because as a leader, it was no, my guys get it.
Yeah.
Right. And so the way that it worked out with me, and I think it was kind of fucked up, and I didn't really get a choice in the matter, is every time I came up, I sent my guys. Right.
Yeah.
But they were doing like, oh, here you get a week R&R in fucking some place elsewhere in the Middle East. Right. And they'll put them up in like a nice hotel, and there might be a pool or water or whatever. And
Yeah.
like, yeah. And so we're just sending guys. And then they're like, hey, you're up for R&R. And I'm like, okay, where am I going? They're like, back to the States. I was like, wait, what? I was like, well, hold on. Like, I just sent all my guys on R&R, and they went to some bullshit camp somewhere else. And
They
they
went
want
to,
to
like-
send me back to this.
Because what was the name of it? It was like Camp Anaconda. Or
I can't
some
remember
shit.
where it was or what it was called.
It was up in like Kurdistan.
and it was by a river, and like it was nice.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was cool. It was chill.
But yeah, so like it was weird, but I didn't have like an option. It was just like you either go home or you don't get it.
Yeah.
When I was like, well, fuck it. Okay.
How was it when you got back? Where people were like, "Fuck you, dude"?
No, they actually no, because I had conversations before I left, and I was just like, hey, like look, like either I just business as usual, or they're sending me back for 10 days and 4 of those travel time.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a chaotic route.
You literally get back. It's a round trip ticket for a weekend.
Well, so I
That's
flew
essentially what it is.
2-day travel time. I went to Phoenix. I spent 3 days in Phoenix. And then the girl I was dating at the time, her and I went to Vegas for 3 days.
Okay.
And I blew every penny I saved.
Attaboy.
I don't think I slept at all. And when I went back to Iraq, I had $200 in my checking account and gave 0 fucks. And I was like, I got a couple more months left on this, hopefully, because we didn't know. And but that was a fucking wild Vegas trip.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I bet.
It was fun.
I don't know. We never got that. I never got R&R. Like, it was like our R&R was like, hey, we're gonna pull you out of the city for a night,
Yeah.
and you're gonna sleep on the firm base. And it was like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be at the fob for a night. That type of shit.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird how they rotated every guy, all the guys in and out of stuff like that. But actually, I think we ended up sending one of my guys back too, because I think his wife's having a baby. We figured out a way to get him out.
I had one dude in Fallujah. It was a tragedy, man. It was my boy Wolf. It was one of my guys. His brother got into a car accident, and both his brother and both of his nephews.
Oh shit!
So the guy and both of his kids passed away.
Oh, that sucks.
It was fucking rough, man. And I felt horrible for him. It was right before fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. And so we sent Wolfie back, and the fucker came back.
Mhm.
They brought him back out to Fallujah, and he came back, and I was like, bro, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like, what the fuck? And he's like, no, I'm here to fucking, I'm not going to leave you guys without me.
Right.
And I was like, fucking A, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like they gave him the option.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't have to come back. Like, whatever. Like, I mean, because realistically, I mean, he wasn't leaving the wire. He was like, you know, he was a fobbit, right? Like, we didn't need him
Yeah.
to come back out.
It was
But
a
he was
mission
like,
essential.
but he was like, fuck that.
Right.
You know, and I respected that.
Yeah.
A lot, you know. I mean, dude, he showed me fucking pictures of the funeral. Like his brother got buried with his kids like in his arms and
Oh,
shit. Like it was
fuck.
fucking, it was fucked up, man. Like I was like, God
Yeah.
bless it, dude. Like it was, woo.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have came back.
Right.
Yeah, or maybe I would have. I don't know. I've never been in that situation,
Yeah.
right? Like, but I mean, dude, like it was fucking, it was wild. It was wild. But yeah, we just didn't do that. The night before I went to Fallujah, but the night before in 04 was a little different because I was in Okinawa,
Yeah.
and we were supposed to go do ship ops to get MUSOC qualled,
Okay.
right? So we were going to do SOC qual, part of the workup, right? And how it works is when you're a 31st MU, you're just, or when you're a MU, you're just whatever number MU, right?
Yeah.
Like I was the 31st MU. And then after you do SOC qual, then you become 31st MU SOC, which is
Okay.
special operation capable,
Okay.
right? And it's a legit qualification that MUs need to go through in order to go deploy around
Right.
the world, right? And it's like a fucking 2-day ship op. It's nothing crazy.
They're
It's
just making sure everything works how it's supposed to.
well, the morning we're supposed to do that, we're like on the vehicles, getting ready to go to the field, getting ready to fucking splash and do all this. And we're gonna the boat's gonna swing by, and we're gonna go out and
Yeah.
jump on the boat and go do some gator squares out in the South China Sea and fucking work with some special operations dudes and just do our thing, right?
Right.
And Gunny comes up and he's like, "Lock them up, squad." He was like, "Section leaders, I need you over here. Fucking, let's have a conversation."
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, "We're low boying down south tonight, and we're getting on the fucking ships tomorrow."
Yeah.
And we are steaming straight to Kuwait. And we were like, "Oh fuck!" So I guess
Let's go, boy.
I guess Australia is not a fucking option now, man. So the night before we were leaving, we were stuck down on the fucking naval base,
Yeah.
like because we had to fucking put all our vehicles up. So I went down there and like like unloading vehicles and loading them up onto the
Right.
ships. And there was a little fucking beer garden bar right there, and us and a bunch of sailors just got fucking trounced together. We got fucking trounced, man. Like I remember for like the first week. I will tell you this: as far as morale goes, between the Marines and the sailors on the ships,
I'll bet you that helped.
that night helped.
I'll bet you it helped big time.
It did, because like it'd be like,
Because
"Hey,
then you
bro."
recognize the
They'd be
guy that you were
all right,
hammered.
all right, this guy's cool. Like, all right,
Right?
cool. You know, like, yeah, like there, it did help a lot. And there was one fucking idiot sailor he was a fucking good time. Like he got shit faced with us that night, and we had him wearing a fucking like an empty fucking like case on his head and shit all night, just fucking trash and dancing and shit. Like it was a good time. And then it turned out he was like the fucking internet dude on the ship. We were like, "Hook it up, dog," and he's like, "I got you, bro." So he was like running fucking shit for us and
Nice.
stuff. Like it was cool. Like
You ever played that game Presidents and Assholes?
yeah,
Where
sure.
you get to make up rules and all kinds of stuff, and it gets quite interesting.
yeah.
We did that in the barracks one night. And I think it was when we were getting ready to, previous to us deploying, as we knew. Yeah, all the thumb rules, everything.
All that bullshit.
No, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. But all I know is by the end of the night, we were in full face camo. We had to have some kind of goggles on. And I know one guy cut out like somebody's face out of a magazine and taped it around his head. We all had to have headgear. So like half of us had K-pots. The other guys had like a boonie cap, but I had to have a band around it so you could put a pack of cigarettes in it. Like, I mean, it got intense. And I got pictures from this night, and you can see
It just
How
looked like a
dr-
shit show.
how drunk everyone is in these pictures, and you're like, wow, like we're defending the country.
It's like I can smell this photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were all dressed up nice because I was pre-gaming to going to the bar.
Yeah.
That was the crazy part.
And then I guess in 07 when I went, that was a little different. Because at that point I was like, fuck it. I was a staff sergeant. I was like, fuck it, dude. Like,
Here we go again.
Let's go. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm sure I got shit faced, but honestly, I don't remember. It wasn't anything special. I got on a plane that time, and
Yeah.
Flew to fucking Bangor, Maine, and then from Bangor to fucking Kuwait, and Kuwait to
Right. Like we had
maybe I
no
went
idea.
to Frankfurt. I don't
We had no idea. Like what our trans was looking like, because we were loading shit on the fucking railheads, and we had sending guys on ships. Like we had all these moving parts happening, but we didn't know as the boots on the ground people, like, how the fuck are we getting over there? They never told us.
Yeah.
They were just like, when it got down close to it, like, okay, movement's on this day. And then as it got closer, we got more info, OPSEC shit and whatnot. But ultimately what it was, they busted us to the airfield at Fort Campbell, and we got on fucking civilian airliners. And it was like the weirdest thing in the world, loading up on a fucking civilian airliner with a 240 Bravo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like all this weaponry, and then you see the whole flight crew. It's the flight
like,
crew.
welcome, and
You're just like, where should I put this?
You get that thing underneath your feet, like it's like,
oh, it's so funny.
it's like barrels outboard. I'm like, I think we should put them inboard,
It doesn't matter. We don't have ammo.
right?
Like, what the
Like,
who
it's
fucking
so dumb,
cared?
dude.
Put your muzzles down. Like, we're not in a goddamn helo, boys.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I put mine in the overhead storage.
I did too.
I
I
fucking-
loaded it. I think we put the gun like against the heels,
Yeah.
along the seat, the 240, and then we put all the rifles up in the overhead.
Yeah, fuck it. Now, when I was contractor, that was a little different. The night before I left for the contract, well, I guess the night before I left San Antonio,
Yeah.
Haley and I fucking had some drinks and fucked around, and then I had to fly to Bliss,
Okay.
so I was in El Paso.
Yeah.
And then
Did you fly out of El Paso, or did you fly out of the base?
I flew out of El Paso.
Okay.
But I was training on base. I was staying on base.
Okay.
You know what? I can tell you exactly what I was doing the night before I fucking deployed. I was drinking with Jared Taylor and Matt Best
That makes
because it was the night that they fucking launched Lead Slingers whiskey at the fucking Irish pub on Bliss. That was the first
That
time
makes
I
sense.
ever met those guys. And yeah, it was like we were literally leaving the next day. So yeah, I was drinking with those fuckers. Like the very first time I ever met them.
Yeah.
I mean, flash forward to where I am now. I never thought our paths would cross again like they have, but yeah. Like, yeah. And then the second time I went back over to Afghanistan, I was, the third time technically, but I was the second, it was less fun. Haley had just gotten surgery. She just got her breast reduction. So she was fucking like in pain.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go. Sorry. Like I'm a piece of shit. And then Jared gave me a ride to the airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I was back like, I don't know, a couple months later
Yeah.
when it was looking crazy.
Yeah. No, we definitely got hammered for ours. Hammered. Like different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we didn't nobody knew anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're getting deployed to Iraq for the initial invasion. We don't know what you're walking it blind essentially.
For sure.
And, none of us have deployed before. We've done train ups and shit like that, but it wasn't like a legit, like I remember I got a picture of my assistant gunner the morning we were doing our final, layout, getting ready to fucking put our shit and head to the airfield. And so in the background, all the rucks are laid out and it's just my AG sitting there and he's just got this look of like, what the fuck am I about to do? You know what I mean? Like just straight uncertainty.
You could definitely tell the dudes who had did shit before and the dudes who hadn't. Like after my first couple times, like I'd look over, I'd look at the boots and I just try to get a read on them.
Yeah.
And like I had this corpsman, this fucking dude who ended up being an amazing corpsman under fire.
Yeah.
But on the way up, fuck, he was not. He was just, he was sitting there. We're sitting in a fucking vehicle across from each other. But he's got his pistol. And I'm like, hey, man,
You want to put that away?
why don't you put that fucking thing away? And he's like, I need to be armed. I'm like, you're just as armed in your pocket. Or you're just as armed in your holster there, pal. Like, fucking put that thing away. And he's like, but. And I'm like, you're pointing it at me, motherfucker. Put it away. And he's like, oh, fuck. Like, because he kept switching his hands. And I was just like, Doc, fucking relax,
Easy,
man.
buddy.
Like, dude, why don't you let us fucking fight the combat? And, when I bruise my fucking nutsack, I'll call you. Like, I was like, goddamn,
At
dude.
least you set the scene for him.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Fuck. And then he ended up being a fucking phenomenal corpsman under fire, but it wasn't, I was worried about him for a minute.
Yeah.
And then, like, I remember I'd see, like, you could always tell, like, the PFCs who, like, grew up hunting with daddy and stuff. And they're like, I'm going to war. Woo! Like, they're fucking stoked about it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the kids are like, I joined for college, man. What the fuck?
This
It's like,
isn't what I signed up.
first of all, you joined the Marines. You're a fucking idiot if you join the Marines for
Right.
college. Like, you're fucking stupid, dude. They got your ass. Like, you're still gonna have a job with your name on your shirt, pal. Like, that's how this works.
At least your name isn't on your ass.
Yeah, right. It was. It's,
Yeah.
you know what I wore the other day for the Marine Corps birthday? I always wear like cut off fucking cami shorts, and I wore my DCU bottom shorts
Nice.
that were from OF1 and 2. Shit,
Yeah.
yeah, because I just had regular DCUs,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was funny.
I still think that's the best pattern.
I do too.
BDUs and DCUs.
Well, I'm torn between that and fucking chocolate chips. I thought the chocolate chips were dope.
Yeah, I liked them.
Like,
I think I liked them just because it was like our childhood.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
like I had an older brother. He was about that.
Yeah.
You know, like I found a picture the other day, actually. I wanted to show it to you. And it's me. Oh, I thought I was in DCUs. So it wasn't in that one. Oh, yeah, it is. It's me and DCUs humping a fucking missile.
Oh, you and Scott could be twins.
I know, right? And I'm throwing out the shocker, but it's like,
And then
Oh, no,
and we're related.
I'm doing this one. Yeah.
So my gunner shared this picture a couple days ago, and I'll send it to Justin too, so he can put it up. But you were saying that it's the shocker. I think it was the right time frame. Oh, wrong person. There you go, Mikey. You get it too.
Oh, thanks, pal.
I think it was the right time frame for the shocker. Because there's quite a few pictures that I have of me.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck, dude. If you go to my Facebook, my very first fucking, I want to say it's my very first profile picture
Yeah.
is me doing the shocker. I believe.
It's so funny looking at these pictures because, like, I'm fucking old.
Yep.
But so we just got done.
That was on Iwo Jima. Matter of fact, the whole story about me going, it's not in fucking Latin, it's fucking master's degrees in land nav, is it, sir? That day, that's what I was dressed like an absolute asshole with fucking aviators on.
So this picture, there's been a lot of stories that we've told over the years
That is
about
a
this picture.
5 megapixel camera right there.
That was disposable. That got scanned at some point.
Even better.
So that was when we were talking about when we got in a firefight and PSYOP showed up, started playing drowning pool.
Yeah.
That was this, right? So this was I think it was just shy of about 6 hours. We unloaded like, I don't know, I think 6 or 8 Apaches. It was pretty intense. There's a giant pile of brass that it's really hard to see, but it was, I mean, we were swimming through it.
Well, I mean,
It doesn't help.
I can kind of,
you can make it out.
well, I've seen this before. Well, not this picture, but I've seen this
Yeah,
before.
right.
So I know
You can
exactly
see it
what
better
it
when
is.
you zoom out more.
Yeah, shit.
But this was like when they called ceasefire and like the dust was starting to settle.
Yeah.
And everything was, burning clearly. But so this was the PSYOPs day when PSYOP showed up. This was the day when we got our platoon leader, our lieutenant, back. And the only thing he was doing was running behind this berm trying to find toilet paper because he had to take a shit in the middle of a firefight instead of actually directing fire like a platoon leader should be. This is also the
bang-up
one
job,
where we
LT.
had guys that were stuck in the middle of no man's land in between this berm and the smoke. That it was a trash field. They had nothing to get behind. Where our buddy Goddard got awarded his Bronze Star because he was walking point on this and got opened up by a Dishka from the second floor building. Like there's a lot behind this one picture right here. And then there's me with the shocker. And I'm just like, sup.
I know. That was always me, dude. Like, no matter how bad the day was, I'm going to make a joke. Like, I'm going to be retarded.
Like, and this is where the tow gunner stole a kill from my gunner. Because I watched his last tracer go right in the window into center mass, and then a fucking and I'm like, motherfucker, that was his.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was a fun day. But yeah, I mean, 03 with the shocker. It's on point. It's on point.
Period of point. It's period. Yeah, period appropriate. Did you get the one I sent you?
What'd you send it to me on?
I airdropped it to you.
Oh, I did not get it.
I didn't get it either.
What the fuck, man?
We're still figuring out this whole technology thing. We've made leaps and bounds that we found out last week. Boy, for all the listeners out there, after we finished recording with CJ, we took a trip down memory lane and showed CJ like episode 7, 8, 9 of the
Oh my
Friends.
God, I forgot about that.
Woo,
Yeah,
man.
that was so rough.
Yeah.
I can't believe that people actually listen to us.
You know what? We have grown. we have grown.
Like to the point now, like we in the last piece of content we just released, we realized that one of the mics shit the bed,
Yeah.
and we fixed it mid-episode. We would have went like 15 episodes
Oh, 100%.
and not even known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have known it was bad.
We'd have been like, it's just a little poppy.
That's
It's
hey,
fine.
you can fix this in post, right?
And I would have been dumb enough to be like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can
I
totally
got
get rid of
this.
that. Yeah, for sure. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my favorite polls that we've ever ran. Is I asked people when they started listening to the Freedom Friends. Everybody that answered like episode, I think I was like from the beginning or something. I was like, y'all are fucking G's. I don't know how you listen. You listen to the beginning of those. All right, here's Mikey's picture.
There
Just-
we go.
Just me banging the Suzuka.
Oh, you got 2 in the stink, 1 in the pink.
But no, I think I'm doing
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Actually. I think it's
yeah,
the DCU pattern. It looked like a
I
secondary
know.
shocker. Yeah, it does definitely looks like that, but it's just the yeah. Yeah.
Mikey's unique in everything he does.
Yeah, right.
Just trying to keep them on their toes.
Hey man. Make them jump for it. Fuck it.
But no, I literally, I think I have that exact picture of Scott, but multiple times. Rank's a little different. Your snaps aren't in that picture.
Did you have like an assault pack on?
No, it's an E5.
You
are?
oh, you get the rifles underneath it. That's what it looks like. Okay.
It might
It's a camelback.
I think it's a
Hose on the other
camelback.
side.
Yeah, I think it's a camelback.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I'm surprised I don't have my rifle on me.
Yeah.
I must have leaned it.
That's a US that's US munitions though. Everything that Scott sat on was foreign.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting on the Seaska there, and then I have another one of me like hanging upside down from Paladin, like hanging off the barrel of a Paladin.
See, I have one of Scott sitting on it, holding the barrel like this, but on the Abrams, not a Paladin. And then I got him like that on the Bradley. I got him on some 40-foot missile rocket thing in Al Kindi complex. I got him doing that with SAMs, RPGs, all kinds of different mortar munitions and artillery shit.
Anything dick shaped.
Any firearm thing that wasn't US. I have Scott humping it.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that deserves a fucking AAM right there.
Right. Yeah. Like that it's a retro award. They should go back and be like, based on these pictures, you deserve this. Yeah. Because I mean, they go back and put people in jail for that kind of stuff. Why don't they go back and give awards?
Right? That's some bullshit.
You know, like I'll look at Abu Ghraib, for example.
Dude, they just settled that. Do you hear about
Really?
that?
No, I
there was a settlement to the Chogies.
Mm-hmm.
There was a settlement from the contractor.
Oh yeah.
Like Khaki.
Okay.
Khaki just settled that. Or they're appealing it. Like it just got they got awarded like $22 million. Jeez. And Khaki's like, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
First of all, we weren't the ones in the pictures. It was that fucking US Army doing it.
Right.
It wasn't the fucking contractors.
Yeah.
Apparently they were like, well, the contractors would tell the fucking soldiers, hey, soften them up for us. So the soldiers would be like, done. They just go in there and start fucking them up. It's like, goddamn, man.
Wait, what's the backstory behind this?
Is it Abu Ghraib?
Abu Ghraib,
Yeah.
Where they were, there's U.S. military service members were like
the MPs.
posing with like naked Iraqis in a dog pile, or naked terrorists, not even just Iraqis.
It was fucking hilarious. I'll say it.
Like it was one of those. It was like,
There was girls that were like posing with dudes' dicks. They were like,
you probably shouldn't have taken a picture of that.
Yeah, it was one of those. Matter of fact, after that came out, that's when like part of my safety brief was like, put your fucking cameras away.
When that came out, all of the pictures that I had were very select few people got to see.
Yep.
The pictures. I have a video. I have some pretty awesome stuff from when I was overseas.
Yeah.
That
Same.
we'll probably never see the light of day. Yeah. There's some pretty cool stuff. Some pretty interesting. It was just a different time.
It really was.
It wasn't like there was nothing like Abu Ghraib type shit.
Yeah.
But like we got some new guys. They got hazed a little.
Sure.
You know? Like it wasn't anything that it was over the top, but looking back now, it's just like, ooh, people shouldn't see this.
Yeah, there's a lot of my actions
You
in the
know,
military that I'm like, ugh.
People, but it's not like it at the time, in the situation with the people, and even the people that were involved in the video. I could call them today and they'd be like, yeah, that was fucking crazy, wasn't it? We had a blast. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, I can't fucking believe, or oh my God. Or it's just like, we were fucking
I don't know.
teenagers at war.
I'm probably still on somebody's list somewhere.
So one person that I thought I was going to be on a list with, I went and had dinner with in Chicago, and I was thanked.
Really?
Yeah. It went from, when we talked about this story before, it went from like shitbag to E6, graduated sniper school, leading teams. Like,
Fucking A. Good
Yeah.
for him.
and it was, hey, thank you. I needed that. And it was just like, oh, good, because
That's
I
a
was, to
maturity.
this day, I was still worried.
That's a maturity thing, man.
But it was,
Like,
and it
when
was
they
one of
see the fucking bigger picture. They're like,
like
oh,
the
okay.
conversations got to the point where it was like, I wish I could have did this to my guys.
Yeah.
Because I saw how much it helped me, you know, like, and it was what I needed. It wasn't
Yeah.
what I wanted. I
It
did not
rarely
want
is.
it, but looking back, it was what I needed.
It rarely is what you need.
Now there's
or what you
obviously,
want.
there's better ways of doing it.
Nah, is there?
I don't know.
Are they as effective?
Who knows? But
I don't know, because I did it that way. like I had one that got butthurt. I'd send him to do the shitty jobs.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, dude, you're a Lance Corporal and I'm a sergeant.
yeah,
That's how this works. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing personal,
right.
but he took it personal.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
Somebody's gonna do it. Just happens to be you.
yeah. It's like if I had a PFC, I'd be like, hey, delegate that shit, homie. But I don't. I have you. You're my guy.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, like now granted that I was a do as I say, not as I do kind of guy, I think.
Yeah.
During that period of my career. Where like I'd be like, yeah, you go do that. I'm gonna stand by the fire because it's cold. Shit like that. They would even fucking be like, who, what the fuck? I'd be like, RHIP, bro. Rank has its privileges. Go fuck yourself. You know, like I did my time as a shitty fucking boot doing that stuff.
Right.
You know, like now it's time for me to fucking stand by this fire with my hands in my pockets. Go fuck yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like, and he didn't like that. Which, you know, was upsetting. I wish he would have had thicker skin, man, because he was so fucking good. The guy was fucking good, man. I really enjoyed having him as a Marine, you know, because he was a hard fucking working dude.
Right.
Like, dude, I was politicking to get him meritorious corporal.
Yeah.
I was trying to get him meritoriously promoted, and then he started fucking cutting attitude, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought you knew what the fuck you were doing. I thought you understood your place. You clearly don't. You need
Like-
some growing up to do, you know. And he didn't like that, and it's like,
I feel
All right,
like
keep digging, bro.
Even
Keep
the
digging.
people that we had that we fucked with they were good people.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They just needed like a little,
for sure.
hey,
I don't know. There are a few. I thought about one yesterday. I had this kid. We called him Millhouse because he looked like Millhouse from The Simpsons. Ugly little fuck. And I was sitting there wondering. I was like, all right, so I know he got out of the Marine Corps,
yeah,
and I was like, I wonder how he made it,
yeah,
or if he even did.
Right.
Like, I just don't know. You know, this is a kid that I used to have to brush his fucking teeth when he come to the shop.
yeah,
He'd get to work and I'd be like, go brush your fucking teeth. I can see the fucking hair on him, you nasty motherfucker. This kid he got scuzz brushed fucking showers
Yeah.
sometimes, and fucking his hygiene was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I would make him brush his teeth. He'd just be spitting blood. I'd be like, you know why your fucking gums are bleeding? Because you're fucking heinous. Because you never fucking do it and all this. And like, I just, so there were some kids where I was just like, dude, fuck.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get lucky and they kill themselves. But not often. It's usually the guys you don't want them to do that, I had one. He OD'd on fucking chlorocidin on Christmas morning, and I was like, well, at least I didn't have to do it. Like, he was a fucking worthless turd. He's one of the biggest shitbag people I've ever met in my life. Just a terrible person, And I was like, couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And everybody's looking at me like I'm a cold-hearted prick, and I was like, fuck him, dude. Fuck that guy. Like, he was a fucking dangerous person to be around. Like, and it was clearly a winner because he took fucking chlorocidin. I'm going to take a fucking pack of this, try to trip balls. Just kidding. I'm going to die in my barracks room. I'm a fucking dummy. Fuck that guy. Like, yeah, dude, I don't care. Like, that dude was fucking worthless. I asked him one time, I was like, why the fuck did you join the military? He's like, well, my dad was a Marine and I wanted to see why he was such a fucking piece of shit to me. And I was like, I have a theory. And I don't think it has anything to do with the Marine Corps.
That might actually run in the family.
Dude. And I tried to help this kid. Like, I went above and beyond, broke my fucking back trying to help this kid.
Right.
There was no helping him. Mm-hmm. Like, he did not give a fuck, was worthless as fuck.
Yeah.
Was just there to fucking be a problem.
Right.
And then the problem fucking sorted itself out. and then it was funny. So my buddy AJ, who's still in the Marine Corps, so I won't fucking throw your last name out there. And he's a fucking infantry officer now. But when he was a staff sergeant, he had to be the guy's fucking CACO.
Yeah.
Which is like the casualty assistant control officer, right? So basically, for those of you listening who don't understand, it's like when a service member dies, they get assigned someone to kind of be the liaison between the unit and the family. And normally they try to take away all the shit that's embarrassing or fucked up or whatever. Well, in this particular case, this gentleman fucking passed away in the barracks on Christmas morning. And they went through his stuff and they found some fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. Animal porn, dildos, ladies' underwear, all kinds of shit. And AJ's like, what do I do with it? And I was like, I mean, it's up to you, the Keiko, bro. Like, you're the one that's got to stand in front of his family.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck them. Fucking put it all in the box. And he's like, they're going to know the product they sent us. And put it all in the fucking box and shipped it to his father.
Jesus.
So when he shows up, and he was just like, how you doing, sir? And fucking his dad was like, you didn't have to send all that. And he's like, yeah, I did. And he goes, yeah, you did. His dad fucking got it. Like, he understood. Like, he didn't even have to talk about it. His dad was like, yep, I get it. Like, and he was like, what the fuck, man? It was just, just a bad egg, and yeah. And everybody's like, people would hear me and AJ tell the story. And people are like, these two are fucking lunatics. And I'm like, dude, you guys don't know how terrible this kid was, man. Like,
when you're in the situation, it changes your perspective.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's not that I didn't care.
No.
It's not that I wanted him to fail. Like, no, I tried everything.
I guarantee you it's not that you didn't try either.
Oh, I tried my fucking ass off, man. Like, I didn't sleep for like a week one time for trying to help this kid.
The military is not set up that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's set up, the checks and balances, the level of control that's in it, the micromanagement, even though they try to say they don't, it's rampant. That's all it is. Especially in line units. Like, you have a chain of command. It's there for a reason. Everybody knows fucking everything, Like, it's not like you were just hiding this and it was like, oh shit, I didn't know. I didn't see this coming. You know what I mean?
I just got you tickets to the Army Navy game.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Fuck yeah. Now we just got to make it work.
Yep. Anyways. And then I had other guys who, like, that were so fucking good.
Yeah.
And like, actually, I just saw a post. I had two guys that killed themselves after their career, after their military career. They were part of the 22. These two were very close with each other.
Yeah.
One of them killed himself because the other one did.
Oh, fuck.
And the one that did, he was one of those kids where like nobody saw it coming.
Right.
You know, we were like, what?
Yeah.
Like when I found out, I was blown the fuck away. Like
Yeah.
this kid was like good head on his shoulders, great family, good upbringing, everything. Captain of his fucking football team, probably fucking finger banged his first girl at 12. Like, I mean, this kid was fucking on it, right?
Yeah.
Like he was shit hot. And yeah, was struggling with demons, you know? And none of us knew. Nobody. It was so out of fucking left field. And we were like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, and you know, obviously people, when that happens, people who are close to those guys are like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, so it just hits a little harder. But
Right.
in the first case, though, I don't think anybody else died. I don't think anybody.
Was he friends with Weber?
Oh, fuck, they might have known each maybe. Actually, maybe. And that if that's the case, then I hope somebody else did die.
That's where you got the female underwear.
Right? Weber probably told him, no, my sensei thinks this is awesome.
Well, that got dark quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's your other topic that you have?
Do we want to go into another topic?
I don't know.
Or
If
do
we want to or
we
not.
can save it for next week.
Yeah, we can see how fast can Mikey turn this into suicide.
So fast. 22 seconds. I'm so mad I forgot my thing that I bought. I was going to bring it in. And I'm so mad I didn't because it would be so relevant right now. It's so fucking funny. God damn it. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, everybody. Smash those buttons, do all those things. I'm fine. I swear. This is that dark humor you tuned in for. God damn it! Don't ask like you didn't know. Don't act like you didn't know what this show was about.
I don't think I know what this show is about.
It's about what we did the night before we deployed, and it wasn't chlorocidin. Oh, fuck. AJ, when you see this, you're still my hero for doing that, by the way. Fucking, no, I'll raise my glass, pal. Cheers. Cheers to you guys.
This is one of those where it's like, what are we cheersing?
I don't know.
Freedom.
I feel bad for
Yeah.
cheersing.
For what?
I don't know.
You didn't know the motherfucker, dude. What are you worried about? It's sad.
I'm not. I don't feel bad about. I don't even know his name. I don't know anything. I don't need to. It's okay. You
I'm
don't
not
have to
gonna.
say it.
Yeah, I won't do that.
I think I feel bad for my internal child and my morals. Maybe
I felt bad for his mom.
Like-
I felt really bad for his
this
mom.
is more personal. Feel bad. This isn't.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that.
I felt really bad for his mom, you know, because his mom still lost a child. His dad was like, I lost my son a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
Like his dad he's a realist about it. His dad was like a former lieutenant colonel in the Marines, like was a Mustang, had been through it. Like
Right.
we're like was like almost World War II, wasn't that old. He was like fucking Desert Storm vet. Like I mean, he'd been around and he understood.
Yeah.
You know, like his dad was.
He's like, well, this is it. Well, I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I tried, and I really hoped the Marine Corps would fucking save him, and it fucking clearly didn't. I know you guys tried your best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was like, I knew the
Right.
product I sent you, type of
Yeah.
thing. Like he was well aware. So I mean, but his mom,
Right.
that was the big thing. It's like be there for mom.
Yep.
Right. Because she didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what
Yeah.
that was the biggest letdown to the whole thing.
Let
It was
dad
like-
open the box. Be there for mom.
That's kind of what happened too. Dad was like, and dad was even like, I'll take care of this.
Yeah.
You go in there and you know, like, yeah. So yeah, fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Fucked up. But anyways,
Yep.
like, share, subscribe, guys. Smash those buttons.
Yep.
3 little things. They're pretty easy. They're not hard at all. Justin?
Smoke on.
Drink
Yeah.
on.
God damn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on. Later.